Today is a harvest day, and what are we harvesting? Dill. Well, dill and basil, and I think there's some parsley buried in there somewhere. I have to admit, I kind of made a mistake. My husband and I have an outside garden, and we grew a ton of cucumbers this year, like pickling cucumbers. And what do you need to make pickles? Well, dill. And I didn't plan it out at all time-wise. That's one of the reasons why I wrote my hydroponic journal. I needed to really plan this project out better for next year. This is about 4 months worth of growth in the dill, and it is time to harvest these babies out. If you guys are using other indoor systems, that's totally fine. Everything that I explain hydroponically on the GWA channel can be used for other systems. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can follow along with your hydroponic journey and we can grow together. Now you're probably wondering what I'm going to be doing with all of this dill. We are going to start to dehydrate it. Look at this. And then once we have it dehydrated, we can then make it into a dill salt or just a dill spice or anything that we can add to soup. But I love, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love making my own tartar sauce for fish. It's really good. I'm just gonna go through and cut off these big pieces first. You can see how nice and thick these stalks are. And it's starting to go to seed at the top. I was just adding water probably last week or two just to keep up on the water. The basil is drinking so much water, it's crazy. Really kept my pH levels around 5.8 to about 6 as much as I could. And the nutrients, why don't we go ahead and check it right now and see what it's at, even though I haven't added any nutrients for a little bit. Okay, I have my nifty Blue Lab truncheon. My water level is really low because once I take all of this out and start my new kale, I didn't know if I was going to want to drain the water and start over. It's actually at 2.0 EC or around 1,000 ppm. Now, you're probably wondering what are the different ways that I dehydrate my dill. You can either do it with an actual food dehydrator if you have enough trays to be able to put all of this on, or make some kind of a bar or a rack, which I will show you mine. It's just some wood that I found out in the garage that was extra wood from my husband's wood supply. Then I used some old repurposed nails from an old barn and made myself a rack that I could hang the dill from. It will depend on what the humidity levels are in your house for how long it's gonna take for that to dehydrate. Mine has been dehydrating for about 2 weeks. If you want it to go faster, you can turn on your oven and you can lay it out on cookie sheets. Put your oven to the lowest temperature that you possibly can go on your oven. So if you're around 100 or 125, that's what you will want. You can just crack the oven door open for a little bit. It will just circulate the warm air around your dill and dry it out really nicely. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will see me talk about these scissors. They're surgical scissors, but I really like the point on them. They make it really easy to get in, and you can see even with these really big, huge stalks, I am still able to cut with these. But when you're talking little lettuces, or if you're trying to get in and really cut your basil at a little section, then these work amazing for that. Now I'm getting the basil smell. I wanted to give you a shot really quick of all of the dill that I just pulled off. Can you imagine if I had timed this properly and this was going into dill pickles? Now, if you want my advice on the best way to drain water from any hydroponic system, I'll keep saying that, any system, I actually love, it's a small pool sump pump. I'll put a picture of it right here for you. This you can get on Amazon. It is an initial investment. They're like $30 to $40. They change in price a lot, but I've only ever had the one. It's been really great. I've never had any problems with it. And you know, you shouldn't have to replace it. Ugh. Uh-oh. There we go. Ooh, look at the the root on that one. It's really easy just to pop it down into your tank, run the hose out a window, run it over to your sink. I run it right off the deck. So I finally found all of the parsley. Parsley is gonna go on the dehydrator. The basil is gonna go on the dehydrator. I'm gonna clean these holes up, and then we are gonna start some new dill. Dill on the brain, we're gonna start some new kale. Now that you saw how easy it is to pull out old plants that you're ready to get rid of, things do have a season, whether you're growing inside or outside, and you have to rotate your crops. This is the same thing in these. They end up kind of going through a season. I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of let you know how this dill project went. So we're talking about 4 months. Then we're gonna dehydrate it and make it into some really cool spices. And I'm gonna start recording the kale. The kale video is gonna take several months to make, so please be patient. And I'm gonna be using my hydroponic journal, and we're gonna track from the day I plant the seeds all the way through, taking pictures as they're growing. I'm gonna track all of my EC and my pH levels. And if you're interested in knowing how easy it is to drain the tubs in your hydroponic systems, check out this video right here. Bye, my lettuce heads.